Okay, call the meeting to order and record the members present and absent.
Ellis.
Here.
Martin. Here. McDermott.
Here.
Parker.
Here.
Slater. Here.
Item 2, read the open meeting compliance statement.
I, the undersigned clerk of the Board of Education of the Alva Independent School District Number 1 of Woods County, Oklahoma, certify that prior to December 15 of the last calendar year, the date, time, and place of this regular meeting was filed in the office of the county clerk of Woods County, Oklahoma. I also certify that at least 24 hours prior to this meeting, excluding Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays, notice of the date, time, place, and agenda of this meeting was posted in prominent public view at the location of the meeting. Witness my hand this 5th day of January 2015.
Okay, you guys want to move to item 9, just to maybe give me a little bit of time.
We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that.
Someone can do if you want.
No, we don't have to do that. Please don't feel like that's.
Okay. If you want.
I think it's important that you get to the game.
I do too.
Evidently, yeah, I do too. And not rush.
Let's go ahead and go to item 9.
Whatever you want to do.
Item 9, board will discuss and vote to enter into executive session for the following purpose. 9A, discussion related to the evaluation for the superintendent of the district for the 2015-2016 fiscal year. For disclosure of information would violate confidentiality requirements of state and federal law and as authorized by pursuant to 25307B and 307B7. Second.
Martin.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Slater.
Yes.
McDermott.
Aye.
Ellis.
Aye. Thank you, guys. Item 11. Board will vote to acknowledge return to open session.
So moved.
Second, sorry. Double second.
Parker.
Yes.
Slater.
Yes.
McDermott.
Aye.
Martin.
Yes.
Ellis.
Aye. Item 12, executive session minutes compliance statement.
The Alva Board of Education met in executive session commencing at 5:32 p.m. Those present in executive session were Ellis, McDermott, Martin, Parker, Slater, Parkhurst, Pingleton. The item discussed in executive session was the evaluation and contract for the superintendent of the district for 2015-16 fiscal year, where disclosure of information would violate confidentiality requirements of state or federal law as authorized pursuant to State Statute 25307B1 and 307B7. No votes were taken.
Item 13, discussion with possible board action contract for superintendent of the district for the 2015-2016 fiscal year.
Motion.
Well, I suppose so,
Is that what we're supposed to do? Okay. I make a motion that we approve the superintendent's contract for the 2015-16 school year for salary to be determined at a later date.
Second.
McDermott.
Aye.
Martin.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Slater.
Yes.
Ellis.
Aye. Okay. If you need to
I
leave,
must
go ahead.
speak, sorry.
Fine. Yell for me.
Item 3, consent agenda. All the following items which concern reports and items of a routine nature normally approved by one board vote unless any board member desires to have a separate vote on any or all of these items. Consent agenda consists of the discussion, consideration, and approval of the following items. 3A, addition of items of new business to the agenda.
None.
3B, minutes of the December 8, 2014 regular board meeting. 3C, approval of the treasurer's report on the status of funds and investments. 3D, approval of the activity fund report. 3E, approval of the inter-account transfers. 3F, approval of activity account fundraisers. 3G, approval of the child nutrition report, and 3H, declare items as surplus property.
I didn't find any corrections or problems with the minutes of the last board meeting. Did any of you all? Okay. The activity, or let me see, status of the general fund. You've got the encumbrance comparison for FY14, FY15. Again, we're in the positive numbers there. We really look good. I will tell you that our gross production is down to 267,487 this month, which is down. And we anticipated, because of the end of the year, the oil companies and so forth. I know Steve reported, I think earlier, that heard that barrel dropped under $50 a barrel. So that may affect us in the near future. I still don't know if this roast production is 6 months behind, 3 months behind, or what when it comes in, to be real honest with you. We've never been able to find that, but I anticipate it going down, but I don't anticipate it just crashing at this point in time. But those funds look good. The activity funds are there in front of you. So everything is a good balance at this point in time. And I will say that our activity account is scrutinized by our accountant, Charles W. Carroll, probably more so than our general account, because of the discrepancies throughout the state and basically your school activity funds, and there seems to want to get the board members and superintendents in trouble and so forth. And we have a very good check and balance system here with our schools, because our administrators are in charge of their own activity accounts. And so those teachers requesting any money coming from that must fill out the piece of paper and the work. Then the building administrator must sign that purchase order, and then it comes down to Becky for her signature. And she must also look to see if there's funds available before she can sign that purchase order. So there's a lot of scrutiny in these purchase orders, and we will have itemized statements and so forth that go along with all of our expending. So if anybody ever would want to see that, we have that on file. Child nutrition. Just looking at it compared to a year ago, our expenses are up about $1,600, but we have about $4,500 more income than a year ago, and our inventory is up about 86. And like I think I mentioned this last board meeting, this is due to the hard work of Berlita and the administrators getting these free and reduced contracts back. We've got more kids involved with that. So our federal reimbursement is up. Last year, we were looking at $23,000 this year, $34,000. So it's partially because of the federal reimbursement. So our activity account for child nutrition, is set in pretty good shape at this point in time. Okay. I don't think we had anything to declare surplus this trip, did we, Becky?
No, sir.
No inter-account transfers
No, sir.
No.
or activity account fundraisers?
Nope.
Okay.
No fundraisers?
Mark that down on the calendar, Linda.
It's called admin school.
Go ahead, Larry.
I'll make a motion we approve items 3A through 3H.
Second.
Parker? McDermott?
Aye.
Martin?
Yes.
Ellis?
Aye. Item 4, vote to approve or not to approve the purchase order encumbrances for the following funds for FY 2015. General Fund number 11, number 547 through 577 with change orders number 0 through 577, and payroll number 50,197 through 50,200 with payroll change orders 50,000 through 50,200 for a year-to-date total of $8,312,085.70. B, with Cooperative Education Fund number 12, number 58, with change orders number 1 to 57 and payroll change orders 50,000 through 50,011 for a year-to-date total of $531,421.23. C, Building Fund number 21, with change orders 1 through 27 and payroll change orders 50,000 through 50,003 for a year-to-date total of $149,863.52. D, Child Nutrition Fund number 22 and 29 with change orders 1 through 29 and payroll change orders 50,000 to 50,010 for a year-to-date total of $346,139.25. And E, Gift Fund, Senior Achievement Fund number 81 and number 12 with change orders 1 through 12 for a year-to-date total of $138,442.
On the general fund, encumbrances, purchase order 553, those are for the classroom projectors so that each classroom can project these Apple type situations there. Also, 565, 566, 567, those are through the AP grant that we received last year, and so those are purchases for the AP Senior English class. And then 572, 573, those are football helmets to replace outdated helmets and also reconditioning, and we had to do this to get the best prices without a head football coach at this position. I went ahead and ran the requisition. And then 574 is for our in-service speaker today, Bill Cordes. I want to brag on Allison a little bit. Her committee, professional development, herself did a great job of getting this man here. He's talked about engaging students in the classroom and differentiated teaching, and I listened for an hour and a half this morning. Very engaging, very to the point, did a good job. He will be here tomorrow to talk to both the high school and middle school students about being engaged in the classroom.
Correct.
So very worthwhile, and this was the cost for the 2-day seminar in service.
It's tomorrow also.
Yes, you may go.
Well, can you take him to the gym? Put him in the seats and not in the auditorium?
We may have to if it still is cold, because we're trying to get that warm and it was cold, I promise you. You know, we may have to look at not only the heater and air conditioning on that thing, but those exit areas, we may have to revamp those and do something else, because we were all sitting down in front and it was just felt like a cold wind coming through those exit doors, and trying to get that, because that may be a lot of our problems right there. But anyway, and then on the co-op fund, just parent travel, normal expenses there. And then, can you believe we got to spend $5,000 for dishwasher soap for the year?
I saw that.
I show Rhodes every once in a while, going, look what this costs.
It's amazing.
That is awesome.
is amazing. And then on our scholarship, we had a student that, through our academic scholar, we paid $500 tuition to help on the state. So that's about that.
I make a motion that we approve 4, A, B, C, D, and E. Correct?
Second.
McDermott,
Aye.
Martin,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Ellis.
Aye. Item 5, principal's report.
We're going to skip that, and I'm just going to go ahead and give the student enrollment for second semester.
Okay.
At Washington, there's 225 students. At Longfellow, there's 225 students. And at Lincoln, 135 students. The middle school has 205. High school has 253. But we've got a grand total of 1,043 students. Out of that, 585 pre-K through 5th grade. And we have 458 6 through 12. And the 585 is the reason that we're talked about looking at schools and, whether portable classrooms to meet our needs, or we're going to do something in the near future to build one school or remodel or whatever. And you can see because of the numbers that pre-K through 5th. And again, pre-K, a lot of people are going to full-time pre-K. If we would do that, we'd have to have an additional 4 classrooms and 4 teachers, because we're doing 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. But if I'm not mistaken, I think we had 1035 October 1st for our accreditation report. And I'm not sure that that's all of the students that said that they were coming second semester, because I think we've got 2 or 3 coming in from the high school. And do you have some more?
Yeah, I just got out today.
So, there's some. But anyway, that's where we're at on students. And then resignations today. I had 2 that came in prior to Christmas. Julie Eisenbart, she's a middle school para. And Kim Clark was a para at Longfellow. No reassignments. Legislative updates. Really don't have anything. They're just all jockeying for committees and those types of things at this point in time. I did see a bill that was already presented for consolidation. Basically, if you have 250 students or less, and if for any reason you lose your superintendent, then that school would operate under somebody else's superintendent with this.
So what constitutes losing a superintendent? Or resigning?
Resignation, retirement. I'm not sure firing would with this, but if you did lose it on a natural basis, I think.
So
Natural causes.
they could scoop it and then consolidate them.
Don't think it has a chance. But anyway.
What did you think of the school board thing where they said that you could, did you see it in the paper where anyone in the district, if you have a spot on your board, that anybody in the district could fill the spot and not just from that.
Oh, really?
That was a couple of 3 days ago, I think, on the front page.
For that
Mm-hmm.
limit of that particular spot.
Mm-hmm. And I was, and that they would go off after that.
Be a lot of crazy things, I think, this year, to be real honest with you.
Did you see that?
Didn't see it.
And Strategic planning, again, I think after the direction from the evaluation session that we will look at coming out with an advisory committee to look at the needs of the schools and what the citizens of Alva feel about some long-term plans, and not get into any contract with any architects or anything. And so that is part of directly from the evaluation, so we will do that. And that's all I have.
Okay. 7, items of current business. 7A, discussion with possible board action to approve or not to approve employment of the following non-certified personnel for the remainder of the school year, 2014-2015. 7A1, Brandy Jones. 7A2, Bridget Myers. And 7A3, Kathy Genlake.
These are paraprofessionals that we're recommending to the board. Brandy Jones, I believe, is going to be at Washington with the new student that came in right prior to the Christmas break. Bridget Myers will replace Kim Clark at Longfellow. Kathy Genlake will replace Julie Eisenbart at the middle school. And I would make that recommendation to the board to approve these.
Who's Genlake replacement?
Julie Eisenbart.
I make a motion to approve the recommendations of 7A, 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
McDermott?
Aye.
Martin?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Ellis?
Aye. Item 8, new business, there was none. So that moves us down to 14, signing of documents approved by earlier action.